Padmasana, Sukhasana, any posture where you can be having an erect spine, a spine that is well aligned. Your spine being erect and aligned is a very important element of energy moving through us. The hands can be placed in different mudras, but I personally usually prefer the yoga mudra. When you are doing the yoga mudra, the energies of the right and the left are brought together. Right and left side, the right and left brain. So there's a sense of integration happening. And when we work on the Brahma mudra, we are adopting different perspectives. Perspectives of different sides, which otherwise we don't. We often miss out our perspectives when we are closed, and we expand our perspective, each time moving away from our perspective, coming back to the center, moving away, coming back, moving away, coming back, moving away, coming back. So 4 times we are going away from our central perspective, but each time we are coming back and getting established in our perspective. But each time we come back, our perspective now also encompasses another divergent perspective. So we start to get a much more expansive, universal perspective through the Brahma mudra. Usually I suggest that at least one of the 3 rounds you do with your eyes open so that you can sort of start seeing what is around you. And then at least 1 if not 2 of the rounds you do with the eyes closed, where then what you have seen, the different perspective can be taken in. So keeping the eyes open is useful to expand the perspective. When you keep the eyes closed, you are taking that perspective deep inside yourself. Now, one of the things we find in our work with psychiatric ward and the patients who have mental health issues is that you should never ask them to close the eyes. Because if you ask them to close the eyes, they get really scared. Because they don't feel safe, they don't feel at ease. So often with many of these practices, even Shavasana, we let them initially do it with the eyes open. Then after some time, they themselves then will feel at ease and close the eyes. But initially, if you say close your eyes, it actually brings up a more stressful response because they don't feel safe wherever they are. So often, even when you're teaching the so-called normal, I don't know what normal means anymore because it's such a wide spectrum. But even the so-called normal people, when you're teaching, I think sometimes letting people keep the eyes open in relaxation may actually alleviate a lot of the tension people feel. If you say, no, you have to keep your eyes closed, they're like, what's happening? I don't know this place. Where am I? Is somebody moving? There's a sound. Is somebody going to attack me? Are they taking a photo of me? What's happening? You know, all this type of chitta chatter, chitta vritti comes in and it can create stress. So sometimes it's useful to let people have the eyes open until they are confident of where they are. And then you suggest when you are free, you can close your eyes. But Brahma mudra, at least one of the 3 rounds, I would suggest doing it with the eyes open, just to help expand the perspective. The more expansive our perspective, the less stressed we are. The less expanded our perspective, the more stressed we are. Breathing out. Breathing in and turning the head to the right. Breathing in and turning the head to the left. the chin as you breathe in. Bringing the chin down as you breathe in. Third and last round, moving to the right as you breathe in. Moving to the left as you breathe in. Lifting up as you breathe in. Bringing the chin down as you breathe. Just relaxing your hands and being observant of change in energies within yourself. When we work on the Brahma Mudra, we are strengthening the bridge between the brain and the rest of the body. The sensory inputs from all over the body can come up through the neck into the brain in a harmonious manner without distortion. And then the brain impulses, the motor signals can come down from the brain through the neck and go into different parts of the body again in a clear manner without distortion. Undistorted, or at least less distorted sensory information processing and motor signaling can happen across the neck. The neck, that dynamic bridge between the brain and the rest of the body, enabling us to respond in a conscious, appropriate manner rather than react in a reflexive, reactionary manner. Relax your feet, and if you need to shake them a bit, do so. Brahma Mudra is a practice that is very much used in all our therapeutic plans for, I think, every one of the patients who comes through our clinic. And the reason is that everybody can benefit so much from improved sensory motor processing and also from changes in perspective. Before we end, any questions on topics that have come up today, or anything that's not come up today is also okay for the next few minutes before we close. Yes.
Dr. Ananda, I just wanted to ask, you talked about yoga therapy